Your brother needs this more than you. Mom's voice echoed through my lab as she swept her arm across my workstation, sending years of carefully organized research crashing to the floor. My name is Sarah Mitchell, and this was supposed to be the proudest day of my life. At 28, I had just become the youngest recipient of the prestigious Newman Grant for my work in neuroscience. Instead of celebrating, I stood in silent horror, watching my mother systematically destroy my life's work while my father blocked the doorway. Kevin, my brother, lounged against the wall, smirking as if this were some twisted form of justice. He's trying again, Sarah, Mom said, her designer heels crushing delicate glass slides beneath them. Kevin's ready to go back to school, and this grant could change his life. The irony of her destroying my research while advocating for Kevin's education wasn't lost on me. I glanced at my phone still recording and reminded myself why I always kept evidence. Years of favoritism had taught me that lesson well. Mom, I said calmly, the Newman Grant isn't transferable. It's awarded to specific researchers for specific projects. You can't just give it to Kevin. Don't be selfish. Dad finally spoke, his voice carrying that familiar tone of disappointment. Your brother has struggled. You've always had everything come easy to you. Easy. Because I had spent 8 years in rigorous research, working holidays and weekends, while Kevin stumbled through 3 failed attempts at college. Because earning this grant through merit while he expected it handed to him was easy. You don't even need this money, Kevin added, examining his nails. You already have a job at the university. I'm the one trying to start over. Mom reached for my main research cabinet, and something in me snapped. Touch that cabinet, and I'll press charges. The room froze. Her hand hung in midair, eyes wide with shock. Threats weren't something I usually made, but this was different. You wouldn't dare, Dad growled, stepping toward me. We're family. Family doesn't destroy each other's work, I replied, voice steady. Family doesn't demand someone give up their achievements, and family certainly doesn't break into a secure lab to commit criminal damage. Break in. Mom scoffed. We used Kevin's old key card. I smiled. Kevin's key card had been deactivated 2 years ago. Using it now was unauthorized entry added to destruction of property and attempted sabotage. Try me, I said, holding up my phone still recording. Mom grabbed the nearest speaker and hurled it against the wall. You ungrateful brat. After everything we've done for you. I laughed coldly. You mean like when you spent my college fund on Kevin's first failed attempt? Or missed my undergraduate graduation because he needed bail money? Or now, destroying my career to give him another chance he hasn't earned? I earned this. Kevin shouted. You've had chances, I replied, 3 of them. Each time you chose partying over studying, drinking over learning. The Newman Grant isn't a chance, it's a reward for work already done. Research already proven valuable. You can't deserve something you haven't worked for. The lab door burst open. Campus security rushed in, followed by Dr. Harrison, the head of my department. I had texted him the moment I saw them in my lab. These people are trespassing, I said calmly. They've destroyed property and attempted to sabotage granted research. I have it all on video and want to press charges. Mom's pleading voice rose. Sarah, please. We can work this out as a family. Escort them to your office, Dr. Harrison said coldly. The board will want to review this immediately. As they were led away, Mom pleading, Dad glaring, and Kevin looking shell-shocked, Dr. Harrison turned to me. Are you all right, Dr. Mitchell? I looked at my destroyed lab, years of work scattered across the floor, and felt a strange lightness. No, I said honestly, but I will be. The next morning, I sat in the university boardroom facing 12 stern administrators. Security footage showed my family's rampage in crystal clear detail. Dr. Mitchell, can you explain why your family had access to a secure facility? Dean Anderson asked. Kevin kept his old key card from when he was a student. I explained. I wasn't aware it still worked. It should have been deactivated. They somehow reactivated it. Dr. Harrison added. We're investigating that breach separately. The footage showed Mom throwing a beaker. Several board members flinched. Dean Anderson paused the video. Initial estimates suggest over $300,000 in destroyed equipment and materials, not counting potential research setbacks. I pulled up my laptop. The physical damage is severe, but my actual research is secure. I maintain off-site backups and multiple fail-safes. That's commendable, Dr. Harrison said, and Dean Anderson nodded. But this exposes serious security vulnerabilities. And the idea that a prestigious grant could be redistributed is deeply concerning. I understand, I said. My family needs to face consequences for their actions. The room fell silent. They expected me to defend them, but that was the old Sarah, not anymore. I told the board about the college fund they'd misused, graduations they'd missed, and the constant pressure to give up my achievements for Kevin's benefit. I showed emails, texts, and documented patterns of behavior. This wasn't just about last night, it was a systematic attempt to undermine my work for someone who hadn't earned it. Dr. Harrison spoke. We've reviewed your research progress. Your work on neural regeneration is groundbreaking. The Newman grant was well deserved. We can't allow anyone to jeopardize it, Dean Anderson added. We will press charges for criminal damage and unauthorized entry, upgrade security, and double your grant funding. I blinked. I'm sorry. What? Your backup protocol saved millions in data, she said. Your handling of this crisis showed exceptional judgment. We've more than proven your worth. That afternoon, a press release made it clear where the university stood on protecting researchers. My mother called, accusing me of betrayal. I didn't respond. I walked to my lab, where the cleanup crew was already at work, feeling no regret. The press release caught the attention of Dr. Elena Martinez, head of the Global Neuroscience Institute. She emailed, "Your research interests me, but your integrity interests me more. Let's talk." Then my grandmother called. "Your father used your inheritance for his ventures and kept your half hidden. I've contacted the trust lawyers. They'll reach out to you within an hour." I was on a video call with Dr. Martinez. "We want to offer you collaboration, full funding, and complete protection of your intellectual property. We've dealt with Kevin Mitchell before. It was everything I dreamed of: state-of-the-art labs, a supportive team, and security I could trust." 3 months later, I stood in my new lab at the Institute. The trust lawyers had recovered my inheritance. Kevin's academic fraud had been exposed. My parents faced criminal and civil charges. I was free from the weight of my family's expectations. My research thrived, my career soared, and for the first time, I was entirely in control of my life. Sometimes, what looks like destruction is really just clearing the way for something better to grow. Dr. Mitchell, the board chairman, greeted me. "We're excited to hear about your progress." I smiled. "Thank you. Let me show you what we discovered." The destruction of my old lab had been an ending, but also a beginning.